What happens when the most dominant Olympian in women's MMA climbs the UFC mountain? And the greatest female fighter of all time comes out of retirement to take back what was once hers.
Hopeless, who's wanted to quit, who's wanted to give up. I'll tell you what, on Thursday night, I wanted to quit, I wanted to give up.
Today, we unravel the seismic shift shaking the UFC women's bantamweight division as Kayla Harrison sits atop the throne and Amanda Nunes is gearing up for her return to the octagon.
And the only champion that's Brazil having right now. So, Brazilian fight, get your shit together. Come get the belt, all right?
This is the dawn of a thrilling new era in women's bantamweight MMA, a division once known to be a sleeper. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here's what the current state of the division is looking like. Kayla Harrison is your new UFC bantamweight champion after successfully having done a clean sweep of the top 5 contender list. She's beaten two-time bantamweight champion Julianna Peña with a statement finish. Former champion Holm by submission and Ketlin Vieira by unanimous decision. Safe to say, she is here to dominate. The only box that's left for Harrison to tick is to beat the lady greatest of all time, Amanda Nunes, the former 2-division champion, and also Harrison's former teammate at American Top Team. And this is exactly where it gets interesting. Long before Harrison entered the UFC or Nunes retired, rumors of a potential matchup between the two teammates were the talk of the town, especially because they share a complex history that has both respect and rivalry rooted in it, which has influenced both their professional decisions.
Life is dragging me. Whatever the life want to do with me, I'm gonna do, you know? So I'm gonna be ready for all the doors that's ever out there.
In short, Amanda left American Top Team after feeling sidelined, reportedly frustrated that the gym was prioritizing Kayla's rise over her own camps. Meanwhile, Kayla has mentioned that while she respects her, once they're in the octagon, she won't back down. And she's shown to stick by what she said. After finishing Julianna with a devastating Kimura at UFC 316, Harrison took the opportunity to put it on the record officially. She publicly called out Nunes, her former teammate, in her post-fight interview.
Amanda! I see you, Amanda! Come on up, Amanda! Come on!
Summoning Nunes to the octagon, both ladies squared up and did an impromptu ceremonial face-off to mark what's about to come. An epic clash of two bantamweight queens fighting for the throne. This moment also cemented that Amanda the Lioness Nunes is officially back, and the UFC's women's division just entered its most explosive chapter yet. This is perhaps one of the greatest and most anticipated matchups in UFC history, surpassing Shevchenko versus Nunes. This isn't just a comeback. This is legacy versus legitimacy. Some MMA veterans like Demetrius Johnson have already placed their bets for the fight. Mighty Mouse said, "If I were Kayla Harrison, I would retire from the sport," Johnson said on his YouTube channel. He continued saying, "Kayla Harrison is a world champion. But if you look at the roster of what Amanda Nunes fought and what Kayla Harrison has fought, there's no effing comparison. The talent pool Amanda Nunes has fought blows everything Kayla Harrison has done in her entire career." He finished off, remarking how he'd rather see Amanda Nunes stay retired, and maybe see Kayla Harrison fight one more time, and then retire. Harrison, as graceful as ever, shut down Johnson's suspicion. "Big fan of Mighty. Bigger believer in myself," Harrison responded. And honestly, why shouldn't she be delusional about the self-belief she has? Here's her list of accolades. Kayla Harrison isn't just another prospect turned champion, she's an Olympic prodigy. She has 2 Olympic gold medals in judo, arguably one of the hardest Olympic sports. First in London in 2012, and then in Rio in 2016. She became the first American to win gold in judo at the Olympics. She is the 2-time PFL lightweight world champion with a record of 16-1. And in June 2025, she made history by becoming the UFC champion, adding another athletic milestone to her already prolific career. As good as Harrison might be, one major factor needs to be taken into account: The brutal weight cut to 135 pounds from 155 pounds at PFL. If that hasn't already made you queasy, we don't know what will. The drop to 135 pounds nearly broke her. Harrison admitted she almost quit during her weight cut. She had to walk 2 extra miles on top of the already strenuous 2 to 3 daily training sessions she did in camp. And there is no doubt that stress like that on the body takes a toll. Which begs the question, how many more fights does Harrison have in her till she hangs up the gloves? And will Amanda be able to put the nail in the coffin? Find out only at Fight Lab World, where we break down all of what's going on in the MMA sphere globally. On to the challenger, who's the lioness, looking to snatch her belt back. She's known as the lady greatest of all time for a reason. Here's her list of accomplishments. She is the 2-division double champ at 125 and 145 pounds. She has an astounding record of 9 title defenses against killers like Rousey, Shevchenko, Holm, Aldana, and Cyborg. She retired in 2023 after dominating Irene Aldana. But when Kayla took the throne, Amanda looked to make her move. And as of July 2025, she's re-entered the USADA testing pool, setting the stage for a blockbuster title bout in early 2026. Which means the fight isn't just hearsay and trash talk anymore. This means Amanda really is coming back. On one hand, we have Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judoka turned MMA phenom with a 19-1 record, terrorizingly dominant grappling. New UFC bantamweight champ. On the other, we have Amanda Nunes, with a 23-5 professional record, the only woman in UFC history to be a 2-division champion, with terrifying KO power, a veteran fight IQ, and ruthless aggression that nobody has been able to stand up to so far. Here's what makes this fight even spicier. The betting lines. Kayla is opening as the -170 favorite, and Amanda is entering as a +145 underdog, the first time in years. Needless to say, legacy is on the line, and someone's story is about to be rewritten. So how do these two stack up inside the cage? Let's take a look. Kayla Harrison's elite judo base is complemented by relentless top control. Using her diverse arsenal of well-timed foot sweeps, perfect shots, and seamless trips, she threatens an impressive takedown success rate of around 75%. Once on the ground, she maintains punishing pressure, unleashing her relentless ground and pound that finishes all opponents. Using her impressive physicality, her jacked 5 foot, 8 inches, 66-inch reach, her dominant grappling allows her to control the fight's tempo and neutralize striking threats by initiating suffocating offense. On the other side, Amanda Nunes is a heavy-handed southpaw striker known for her heavy knockout power in both hands. She combines this with an outstanding takedown defense of approximately 84%, making it difficult for opponents like Harrison to impose their style and dictate the pace. Nunes' dangerous ground game due to her BJJ black belt background, combined with her seasoned composure and fight IQ, allows her to create and capitalize on striking opportunities and control risk, even when on the defensive. If Harrison is successful in getting the takedown in the first round, the matchup could resemble the classic Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor dynamic, an elite grappler against a formidable striker. Conversely, if Nunes manages to keep ring generalship and keep the fight standing, her powerful overhand punches and precision striking could abruptly end Harrison's Olympic dream. It's honestly a tough call. Dare we say this encounter isn't your usual run-of-the-mill brawl fest that most women's MMA fights are. This is two brawlers, a specialist against a specialist. Pressure from Harrison versus power from Nunes. Their contrasting fighting styles and skills sets the stage for a showdown that epitomizes women's MMA as we know it. And 2026 can't come sooner. We're already on the edge of our seats. Are you? Let us know in the comments below. Now that the bantamweight division has just gone live again, this means that the return and arrival of icons like Nunes and Harrison will have the rest of the division on their toes. Julianna Peña has already called dibs on the winner of this matchup. Who's to say names like Mayra Bueno Silva, Germaine de Randamie, and Holly Holm aren't waiting in line? All eyes are set on one fight, Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. And let us tell you, it might just be the biggest women's MMA bout since Rousey versus Holm on pay-per-view. So we ask you, fight fans, is Kayla Harrison the future of women's MMA? Or is Amanda Nunes still the fiercest force in UFC history? Drop your predictions in the comments. Who wins and how? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because here at Fight Lab World, we break down the moments that make MMA history. Until next time, keep your hands up and your eyes sharp.